So over recent years, the MCU has taken everyone's money at the box office, and in fairness, it's not that surprising. There is a real reason that Marvel are winning our money, and not the Conjuring or the DC universe are. Because the MCU has actually worked, and there are multiple reasons why, but Marvel is not perfect by any means. I'm not saying that in this video, I probably never will think that. There are multiple films in this franchise that I don't like, and even close to hate, and I don't think any of their films are perfect either. But the main reason, in my opinion, is because of their characters. We are invested in these characters. There is a reason our hearts broke when Iron Man died in Endgame, why most cinemas across the world were filled with tears when that happened. But not when Superman died in BVS. On paper, Batman vs Superman should have made way much more money than any Marvel film, because the two characters are arguably the most famous superheroes and comic books ever, but they didn't. There are three characters in the DCEU I care about, which are Shazam, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. They're the only ones I've seen grow over their films. And we saw Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, and the majority of Marvel's characters grow over 10 years. But DC have tried to cram almost every character into a couple of years, which leads me to my next point. Time. The MCU took their time. Now that's not to say some films didn't feel rushed, just some in the MCU have definitely felt rushed, but the overall saga, the overall Infinity Saga, they took their time to get to Endgame and make it really pay off. And DC introduced Batman as a secondary character in the second movie of that whole universe. So obviously they're just trying to recreate Marvel's success, but Marvel knew where they were heading from the first Avengers movie with that post-credit scene with Thanos. They took the time to set up this villain, and it paid off in Infinity War. It feels like the filmmakers behind most of the Marvel movies want to bring us into their world, where others are purely trying to cash in on that success. Trying new things is also a major part, because if Marvel hadn't tried new things with their characters, they would have got bored very quickly. Look at the massive risk with Thor Ragnarok. The previous two Thor films were so different, especially in tone, but Taika Waititi risked taking him in a new direction, and it really paid off. He knew the Thor films were regarded as the stale parts of the MCU, and because of how great he is, I am so excited for Thor Love and Thunder. And Thor used to be my honest least favourite Avenger. I didn't find him interesting at all, but now he's one of my favourites. And other universes don't try and break the boundaries like Marvel have with this massive saga. They just try and recreate them. But for me, the main thing really is character. DC and other franchises have so much potential and could really give us the same feeling Endgame did, with getting us invested and caring about these characters. We should have cried when Superman died, but we didn't, because the main priority was setting up Justice League. And I want other universes to be as good, if not better, than the MCU. But they aren't, unfortunately. And we just need to be invested. That is the key, investment in the characters. And don't get me wrong, Marvel have definitely had their missteps, but there is a reason Endgame earned $2.7 billion worldwide. And it is because we have wanted to see those characters again and again. That's why we get in those seats, because we're invested, we like the characters. We want to know where their lives are going. And even some of us have grown with those characters. And hopefully other studios will realise that the key is investment in the character. At least, that's all my opinion and how I feel it and why I think the MCU has done so well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your opinions on the MCU in the comments. If you hated it, if you love it, let me know why. Take care everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.